Hey, have you ever stopped to think about how Bitcoin and Ethereum are actually changing the global financial system? We're living through a financial revolution, and most people don't even realize it yet. When you hear about Bitcoin and Ethereum, you probably think of price swings, news headlines, maybe even stories of people getting rich or losing everything overnight. But what we often miss is the deeper, more profound shift that these two technologies are driving in the world of finance. And when you zoom out, you start to see how these digital currencies are doing more than just making waves. They're reshaping the very foundation of how money works. Let's break it down together. Let's start with Bitcoin. Think of Bitcoin as digital gold. Just like gold, Bitcoin is scarce, valuable, and trusted. And just like gold was once the backbone of economies, Bitcoin is becoming a new kind of reserve in the digital age. You see, for thousands of years, gold was considered the ultimate store of value. People didn't trust paper money until it was backed by gold, because gold was physical, and there was only so much of it. Now, here's where Bitcoin comes in. There will only ever be 21 million Bitcoins in existence, and that cap makes it valuable. No government or central bank can just print more of it. And in a world where central banks are printing trillions of dollars to deal with crises, and paper money are no longer fully backed by gold, people are starting to question the value of traditional currencies. That's why Bitcoin has become a safe haven for many. When governments are pumping money into the system, and inflation starts to eat away at the value of our savings, Bitcoin offers an alternative. It's like storing our wealth in a digital vault that no one can touch or devalue. That sounds pretty powerful, right? But Bitcoin's real magic goes beyond just being digital gold. It's decentralized, which means no single institution controls it. Imagine a world where there's no central bank pulling the strings or making decisions about interest rates, inflation, or monetary policy. That's what Bitcoin offers. It takes power away from centralized authorities and gives it back to the individual. Let me paint you a picture. In today's world, every time you swipe your credit card or transfer money, you rely on a bank or financial institution to make that happen. They are the middlemen. But with Bitcoin, those middlemen disappear. You don't need a bank to hold your money, and you don't need their permission to move it around. It's like having a global bank account that you control 24/7, no questions asked. In countries where the local currency is unstable or the banking system is unreliable, Bitcoin is giving people a way to store and transfer wealth in a way that's safe and outside the control of any corrupt or failing institutions. Some people see it beyond an investment. They see it as financial freedom. Alright, now let's talk about Ethereum. If Bitcoin is like digital gold, then Ethereum is like the app store of the blockchain world. It's not just a digital currency, it's a platform for building decentralized applications, or dApps. Think of Ethereum as the foundation, the infrastructure that allows developers to build anything from decentralized finance platforms to games and social networks, all without a middleman. Here's an example. Imagine you could take out a loan without ever stepping foot in a bank. You don't have to walk to anyone, fill out any paperwork, or even prove that you have a job. With Ethereum, that's already possible. Through decentralized finance or DeFi, people are borrowing, lending, and earning interest without ever interacting with a traditional bank. It's all done through smart contracts, which are self-executing contracts where the terms are written into code. And it's not just finance. People are using Ethereum to create digital art, buy and sell virtual land, and even build an entire virtual world, all without needing a company or authority to approve or manage it. It's like the internet, but instead of websites, You have entire ecosystems where the users have control. You know how sometimes you have to sign a contract and trust the other party will keep their end of their deal? With Ethereum's smart contracts, you don't need trust. Contract automatically executes when the conditions are met, and no one can tamper with it. It's like ordering food from a vending machine. You insert money, and the machine delivers your food. There's no waiter, no chef involved in the transaction. It just happens. Now, imagine applying that concept to more complex scenarios like real estate transactions or legal agreements. The potential is massive. This could revolutionize industries like insurance, where payouts could be automatic when certain conditions are met, or even government services, where bureaucratic red tape could be slashed. Ethereum is laying the groundwork for a world where transactions and agreements are automated, transparent, and unstoppable. Here's another huge shift Bitcoin and Ethereum are driving. They're helping people who have been left out of the traditional financial system. Over 1 billion people around the world don't have access to a bank account. Maybe they don't have the right documents. Maybe they live in a country with unstable banks. Or maybe the fees are just too high. But with Bitcoin and Ethereum, all you need is a smartphone and an internet connection. And suddenly, you can send and receive money from anywhere in the world. You can participate in decentralized finance. You can protect your wealth. You can even buy a piece of digital art or land in a virtual world. It's like the internet. It doesn't matter who you are or where you're from. If you can get online, you can participate. Now, it's not all smooth sailing. There are challenges. For example, both Bitcoin and Ethereum have faced criticism for their environmental impact. Mining Bitcoin uses a ton of electricity. And while Ethereum has moved to a more energy-efficient system called Ethereum 2.0, these issues are still being worked out. There's also the fact that crypto markets are volatile. Prices can swing dramatically, and that's something people need to be cautious about. However, as adoption grows and more people use these networks, many believe the volatility will stabilize, and the technology will continue to mature. But here's the thing. Despite these challenges, Bitcoin and Ethereum are already changing the game. Banks are paying attention. Governments are paying attention. Even big companies are integrating Bitcoin and Ethereum into their services. It's like we're standing at the start of a new era in finance. So, what does all of this mean? At its core, Bitcoin and Ethereum are giving us a glimpse of a world where money and value can move freely across borders, where people can take control of their finances without needing permission from banks or governments, and where innovation is happening at a pace we've never seen before. It's not just about cryptocurrencies anymore. It's about rethinking the way we interact with money, with contracts, with value itself. Bitcoin and Ethereum are paving the way for a more inclusive, transparent, and decentralized world. And whether we like it or not, the global financial system is being transformed right in front of our eyes. So, the next time you hear someone mention Bitcoin or Ethereum, remember, it's not just about the price. It's about the future of finance, and we're all part of it. Here's a video you may be interested in. See you around at Tech.